will be doing a sexual reading from Natalie's laptop.
Keep it up so that it doesn't get too hot.
Nir was forced down onto his knees. Okay, first sentence, already sexual. Nir was forced down onto his knees. There were 2 perfect pink bows in his curls. Is this a guy or a girl?
It's a guy.
So he has 2 pink bows and curls?
Don't ask.
Sounds more like Curly Sue to me. In his curls, dainty and decorated with a quaint plaid design. An idiocentric contrast to his nude and filthy self. So he's nude. His pale body was covered in scrapes and bruises, none too serious, though few were dripping scarlet red droplets into the concrete floor. His body shook, his breathing was off, he refused to give up. If he broke, that damn menace would get what he wanted. And he wouldn't. He couldn't have it. Not on his life. Give up, a hoarse voice taunted, running his gloved fingers down the spinal cord which stuck out under the malnourished boy's back. For a second I thought it said back. He didn't respond, though his body did for him. A shiver, so slight, but more than enough for the madman. Maybe I should screw that answer for you. So he's gonna have sex with the answer?
It's just out of you.
No, it doesn't. Oh, out of you.
Yes!
Duh. With a cruel chuckle, his fingers slid lower, gliding down the battered and bruised backside of Nir, causing a slight jerk as a response. The weak spot targeted. Don't you dare touch me, you pervert! You perverse son of a bitch! Normally Nir didn't curse. It was low and senseless and utterly useless. Yet it was all he could do. Oh, but my little princess. What? I thought this guy was a guy.
It is a guy.
So why are you calling him princess?
He's got bows in his hair. Why do you think?
So he's a princess?
No! Keep reading!
Or because he has a bow in his hair, he's a princess.
It's kink, sweetheart. It's kink.
He's taken a liking to calling him that. It got almost more immediate. It got the most immediate reaction. An all too satisfying frown out of the boy. Should be eager, finally becoming a man. Isn't after all what boys aspire to do? To fuck or get fucked. He finished, his voice dripping in sadistic satisfaction. The man's fingers slid down all from Nir's all too perfect feet. Obviously
Scoot
not
closer.
on his face, to the upper thigh. Oh my gosh! Why didn't he just get it down? Okay, why the cheese? Just in.
It's all about the tease.
Okay. A shelled yell, whimper, and a displeased scowl. Stop it! He pleaded pathetically with this as little emotion as he could to muster up after the few hours on end, torture, spanking, whippings, teasing. He was cracked a long time ago. Pretty soon the opening was shown. He'd crawl like the bastard. He was through it. Tearing down everything he built over the years. Everything who he considered he was. Might as well put up as much of his fight as possible. After all this, you think I'm just gonna stop? You should know how stiff you've gotten by now. Do you want to feel it? With a rough jerk, Nir's fingers were wrapped around the throbbing member of a kept confined by fabric. Nir's cock twitched as a result of his guard having gotten torn down by chunks. They both were aroused, and it'd only be a matter of time of what patience his man had left until God knows what. How sexy! How sexy, that look on your face. I want to pound into that tight little asshole until you fucking beg me for me to come inside you. Oh my gosh. can't believe I just read that.
I can't believe how you read it. I can't believe you read it, but like that whole... Keep going.
Oh my gosh. I entertain myself sometimes. Not like that. He was fucking mortified. All these emotions were resurfacing one by one. These emotions he'd kept up in the perfect little white box. Humility, anger, hatred, fear. You'd think the fear would be most conspicuous, but he's scared shitless for sure, but never gave away what he want for lust. No matter how much he wanted to resist, just touching him brought back all he went over to felt for this boy, for everyone who'd been alive, for that matter. That was so emotional. I think I'm gonna cry. Cause he feels all his emotions and doesn't know how to handle it. So the only way is to use my lust. And he's basically gonna fuck the guy. I already know it.
Okay, keep going.
Opening his mouth, Nier pulled away from his captor, who let him loose for once. His hand drifted down to his groin, babying his heart on. Please, just put it in. I want it, he practically whined, looking up as... The fuck? Do you really think he's gonna put your penis in... put his penis in your asshole after you just let him free? It doesn't fucking work like that! Would you fuck the guy that let you free? Probably not. No. Unless he was really hot, then I would understand that. Opening his mouth, Nier put a... Oh yeah, duh. Good, Nier, he chuckled, an accomplished smirk clouding on his face. You even said please. I'm so proud. He sat down, level-faced fronts for Nier. He undid his trouser, the erection practically jumping out of his pants. Do you know how to eat a popsicle, Nier? Just like that. That's gonna ruin creamsicles for me! Oh my gosh! Nier followed the sketchy instructions and on his hands and knees.
Savannah, you want a cherry popsicle?
No, fuck you! Engulfing the man's erection inch by inch, it felt so damn uncomfortable, but his assailant seemed to get off on it, so he pushed himself further, sucking and licking like a baby to the bottle. Nearly aimed to satisfy, and his man fell.
You can't beat your sister now, can you?
This is ruining life for me, okay? Every time when I have a kid, every time I think every time I see my little kid sucking on a baby's bottle, I'm gonna say, oh, he's sucking a dick. The fuck?
Oh. It's better.
Shut the fuck up. Who's Mellow?
Mellow's the captor. Mellow's the guy who's fucking him.
Oh! Okay.
Sadly, Mellow's the guy at cosplay.
A hoarse moan escaped his lips. An actual moan, not a sneer or a nasty vibe, but an honest and true moan. Well, you should be fucking proud of yourself. Nier would be lying if he wasn't the most satisfying justification he'd ever received for anything he'd done. He pulled the appendage out of his mouth and a single of his opposite. A trail of a pre-cum dribbled down the side of his mouth, which is his counterpart, and he so lovingly wiped it off.